Hi guys, thank you for tuning into my channel. I'm Annalisa and welcome to all my new people. Thank you for everyone who's signed up recently and subscribed. And if you're new, then please check out some of my other videos because I've put up a lot recently. And yeah, if you like this one, you might like some others as well. So this reading is about which sacred site in the world is calling to you, which your soul is longing for. And this is a readings of which site it is and why, and some advice in how to connect with it, because you may actually want to go to a place, or it may be just about connecting with the spirit or the energy or the memories, past life associated with that place. So I've got the 6 piles here. So pick your pile, tune in to which feels resonant, which feels magnetic to you, and I will begin. Right, hi group number 1. Thank you for joining me. So this is the sacred sites. I just got these cards, these oracle cards. So I am going to apologize because I don't know them fully, but I have the book ready if I need to look up anything else. But with the other stuff, of course, I know it already. So let's see which sacred sites are calling to you, because with you, 2 cards came up. And so we have, okay, well, it makes sense why they came up, because they're pretty close. We've got the Vatican, which is Vatican City in Rome, Italy, and Santiago de Compostela, which is in Spain. I'm not sure where in Spain, but it's in Spain. So these 2 European cities calling. Okay, so we've got those. I am going to look a little bit about what is coming through with them. And the Vatican is interesting. I've been to the Vatican, so I know a little about this. I'm going to look at Santiago de Compostela first, because I haven't been there. And let's see what it is about. It's in Galicia. Galicia. I think it's Galicia. And let's see. This is the way... Okay, I'm going to read a little bit about this one for you, okay? In case you don't know. If you already know, you can maybe skip ahead, but I'm going to read a little bit. So the bottom of the card here is showing a part of a modern-day passport, which a pilgrim would use on the, it says, on the Camino de Santiago, the Way of St. James. Is this the pilgrimage? Yeah, the scallop shell is the symbol of this legendary pilgrimage, while the dagger cross of St. James represents the apostles' beheading. Several legends associate scallop shells with St. James. In one, a knight fell into the sea and called on the saint for help. When he was finally washed ashore, he was covered in the shells, which had protected him against the harsh rocks. Notice how the grooves in the shell meet at a single point. This represents the various routes pilgrims travel to arrive at the tomb of St. James. Okay, and it says, there's a comment here, is your soul crying out for you to visit a holy place, somewhere sacred, or perhaps somewhere special only to you? And that's interesting, because I know that with the Vatican, for example, that you may or may not be Catholic, or I'm not sure if Santiago de Compostela is which aspect of Christianity. I'm sure it connects with Christianity, but I'm not sure which it does. You may have very opposing views about the Vatican. You may have quite conflicting feelings, or you may be very drawn to it. You may be very interested and drawn to the art, to the religion, to this very richly decorated place, the history of it. You may also be very I'm trying to think of a gentle word, but all I can think of is repulsed by it is a kind of like a real rejection of it, because there is a lot that can be said about the Vatican. So why is this coming up? The Vatican was potentially built on an Egyptian foundation. I think this is why they have it here. This needle, I think, is either from Egypt or something to do with Egypt. There is this connection to the land beneath the Vatican that the Vatican was built on. I think it was built on something else. And that is what is kind of drawing me as well to this place about this pilgrimage. It's the thing about the pilgrimage that I'm drawn to. And it's about your own understanding the layers beneath things, and almost like where you are now. I feel like this is also about you connecting with the layers that are beneath wherever you live right now, the deeper meaning of things, the deeper truths of the land that you're built on, that you're living on. Because even if you're living in a city, many cities were built on ley lines or energetic portals, vortexes, that kind of thing on significant areas. That's why the city was built there. Not all of them, but it may be that for you there is some deeper truth about where you are, and it's about this converging, this pilgrimage, this journey to somewhere. And every journey is ultimately the journey to the self, is what I'm feeling with these lines. Is like that you may be feeling really drawn to go places, and it's like, well, the cards are saying, or this message that's coming through is like, what are you looking for from them? Like, what comes through for yourself? I'm going to look at the tarot that we've got here, the Six of Cups and the Chariot, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, so this is the Six of Cups is about the past. It's about the looking back and reflecting, and the memories and the resolution of past. I'm feeling like this resolution of past lives. You may feel connected to these religions or to these organizations from a past life, and it may be about acknowledging them and connecting with them, and then the Chariot, moving forward with this knowledge. You may feel like you connected with the more shadow elements represented in these places, and it may be about you integrating that, or it may be about you remembering the light of these places, or what they did bring, or what their purpose is, and about bringing some balance in with that. Because with the High Priestess, I feel like this is really, in terms of guidance, this is saying you have the knowledge, you have the understanding, you have the it's prophecy, it's vision, and you have this intuition and understanding yourself. Maybe memories, you may remember past lives associated with these, or you may have a connection to these countries or to these lands, and there is something already within you that you know about this, or it's calling for you to connect with your own knowing around these, to meditate on these places or on your feelings around these places, and to resolve any feeling around them, to resolve them, to make peace with them. Because in terms of ascension, this is interesting, because I just did a reading on past lives, and this came up in just one group there. I don't know, it might come up in others here, but in here I'm feeling it again. And it's this need to resolve the past, to forgive the past, and to accept the past, and to acknowledge it, and to understand that it was part of the story that was designed for Earth, in a way, that the story that was meant to be played out in order to transform and accelerate humanity and consciousness. So it's about this resolution and this harmony and this ability to accept the dark and the light, to be in balance, to create balance. 6 is about balance. The Chariot is moving forward in harmony with insight. You see the repetition of the moons on here, with the moon of the High Priestess, Avalonian priestess, and about integrating them. I'm really drawn to the soup. It's like the soup of life, the soup of experience. So it may be that you may not want to visit the Vatican, but it may be, if you have that real sense to it, that actually going and with the intention to heal any pain associated with its energy, I'm just going to say, that going there may help, maybe like grid work, going to a sacred place in earth that needs healing. It's like a pilgrimage. Maybe this is why the pilgrimage card came up, going there with an intention for healing, not because you're going to necessarily get something for yourself, but you're going to offer service, which of course comes back as giving to the self. So, let me know if that resonates with you. I'd be really interested to, maybe there's something completely different that you're picking up and feeling from it, in which case that's absolutely fine. But that's just what's coming through to me right now. And if you want to chat about it, do chat about it below. And otherwise, thank you for joining me here. Please subscribe, and if you want to see more of my videos, or book a private reading below, and speak to you again. Hi, group number 2. Thanks for joining me. And let's see, which place is calling to you? We have the Grand Canyon. I just love these cards. They're so beautiful. Grand Canyon. And we have, in terms of the tarot, the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Okay. And trust, some guidance. Okay. Also, in this card, I'm just drawn to these lines, like the water energy, and also this is actually the symbol, I think, for Aquarius. But the water, the emotion, and then this couple here, like twins, and then the heartbreak and the leaving. I feel like this is like some healing, to do with relationships, potential soulmate or twin connections, and bringing in some hope, having hope and trust in the journey. Okay, so this is the message, is about having this strength and trust in your journey, in what's happening for your life right now. And I just want to open the page for the Grand Canyon to see if there's anything that wants to come through. Yeah, it's the key word they use for it is equality. Okay, it's about balance, bringing things into balance. And I am getting this twin thing. It's the hair. Their hair is interwoven, and it's also about gender balance, integrating your masculine, integrating your feminine side, that kind of thing, and respect between sexes, for all sexes, that kind of balance. Who your perception and understanding around authority figures, and that kind of stuff to do with power play, men and women, that kind of stuff is kind of there. And then also with the sun, it's like a reminder of the light and the potential and the warmth and the radiance that can come out. It's the Grand Canyon is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's this absolute place that inspires beauty. I haven't been. I've been very close, but I haven't been. And the feeling that I get with connecting with it is this sense of awe, this sense of grandeur, the grandness, the scale, the putting things in perspective, having an understanding of your role and your path. And yeah, I feel like this is a really beautiful message for you. I feel like the real message that wants to come through is about hope, is about warmth, is about sunshine, it's about the big picture. And if you're going through some kind of healing process, a difficult process at the moment, like it looks like she's actually even walking through like a canyon here, right? It's just a message, a very simple message to connect with your trust on your journey, that you don't know this journey. Oh, look at this. This is mirrored in all of these. The journey, the journey, the journey. Three paths here, The paths, you're always going to get to where you need to be. You're always going to get to where you're supposed to be going. And you can't step off your path in the sense that you're just taking a different path to where you're going. There's just different ways. This is my feeling anyway, is that you will always arrive at the destination that you choose, that you want, but it may not be in the way that you think or the way that you expect. And so it's to keep faith, to keep hope. And I feel like with this, it's like if you are in a difficult situation or separation in a relationship, I feel like that there is hope, and you have to trust in the time away from each other or in the separation, and that the sun is coming out. The sun is coming, the light is coming, the warmth is coming, and you just need to stay in your faith right now. Feel if there's anything else that I want to bring through for you. I feel this appreciation for nature, because this Grand Canyon is obviously a natural site, and the marvel of nature. And again, it's in this with this marvel of these mountains, the marvel of the kind of the path of humanity in life through the natural world, that we are a part of the earth and we're connected with this living soul planet that is our home, that we are part of it and connected to it, and being in nature, generally just having that awe and sense of majesty and beauty that nature can inspire in you. This came up for it was another reading earlier, but it's this feeling that when I go into nature, it's like it just reminds me what's important. I find it much easier to connect with the truth of a situation. It's like the worries or the doubts and things kind of dissipate, and I just remember the truth of who I am and why I'm there, or to have faith. Like I find it easier to connect with those kind of feelings when I'm in a natural environment rather than in the city, or in a more built up area. So thank you for tuning in, number 2. Please let me know if that resonated with you. I'd love to hear your story, and please subscribe to my channel, or you can book a private reading below if you are interested. Hi, group number 3. So let's see which site. So you've got 2 cards, so 2 sites that want to connect with you. So this is interesting. We have Göbekli. I have no idea how to say this. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe. This is in Turkey, and we have Delphi in Greece. Okay, so Greece and Turkey are, pretty close to each other. So you may connect with both of them, that part of the world, or feel that's something that you want to connect with more. But they obviously also have very specific things for themselves. It's interesting because I just this morning I happened to see an advert for Gaia TV, the Gaia TV website, and they were advertising a program about Göbekli, whatever it is, Göbekli Tepe. I'm going to say Tep, Göbekli Tepe, and it was saying that it's 7,000 years older than Stonehenge. And I think this is the one, so it has like these totem poles in it, but the animals are like weird animals. They're like dinosaurs and stuff on the totem poles. It's really, really old. How old is it? Maybe like something like 14,000 years old. And it has this very unusual inscriptions and things, and it was buried. I think it was deliberately buried and then has been uncovered, I think fairly recently, like in the last 10 to 15 years. Is that right? I don't know if that's right or not. If that's wrong, then I'm really sorry. And then we have Delphi. So very much about information, knowledge, and wisdom. Very much like I'm feeling this ancient wisdom, this ancient knowledge with these places. That I'm trying to feel what the connection is. This connection between the heavens and the earth, like this channeling in of information. Yeah, because Delphi, the oracle, there's the Oracle of Delphi, who was essentially a medium, a psychic, a channel, who brought through a lot of information for, I think, high-powered people within ancient Greece. And it's about this connection with these pillars, the connections between the heavens and the earth, and bringing insight, messages, understanding, the birds, information. And let's see what the tarot cards, other cards we've got with you. Oh, we've got the raven. So, and look, it's the raven standing on a skull, and here we've got this. I don't know if this is a raven, but it's like a black bird with a skull below. It's really interesting. And the raven card is magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events. Well, there you go. Synchronicity right there. Then we have the Four of Cups and the Two of Swords. Okay. So about connecting with your wisdom, your own magic, your own knowledge, your own understanding in order to make a decision. You may be feeling trapped at the moment, like you're in some kind of stuck place where you can't see what you're doing. You might be feeling very emotional or in a lot of pain, and you don't feel, you may not feel valued. You don't feel like there's you're discontent, basically. You're not happy with where you are or what's going on, and you may feel that you don't feel valued. I don't know why I'm getting that through for this intuitively for this group. It's you don't feel valued, you don't feel appreciated, and you're trying to make some kind of decision on this, but you're feeling uncertain. So the guidance that's coming through is about being aware of synchronicity and magic, and things are going to come through, messages are going to come through that Spirit wants to guide you. I think this is it. Spirit wants to guide you, okay? Spirit wants to guide you with the oracle and this messenger bird, that there is ancient wisdom within you that wants to be heard, wants to be acknowledged and heard. Both of these cards, I've noticed as well, have these matching opposites, these twins, these pairs here. If that is a message for you, two pairs or twins, twin flames, something like that, there could be a message in that for you there. I'm just going to look a little bit at Delphi in the book, because I want to see if there's anything else, or from either of them, that wants to be come through. There is a relatively new deck, so I am still getting to know them. Yeah, it's like the wisdom of your soul, the whispers of messages coming through. Also, I want to read this a little bit. The sun god Apollo shines on you. It is said he claimed Delphi, the navel of the earth, after slaying the earth deity Python, a great serpent. The sanctuary of Pythia, the oracle of Delphi, was built over the hole in the ground where Python fell. From here his energy vapors rose, inducing trance and euphoria. You are being called out now. You're being called now to seek out the sacred place where you can rest quietly and listen to the messages from your soul. Okay, so yeah, kind of confirming that this going within and listening and feeling for the messages, but I feel like there are going to be messages coming to you from spirit, from angels, from spirit guides, from ancestors who want to guide you and help you with the situation you're in. And also, to do that, to listen, you need to go inside. You need to shut out the outside and really listen just to yourself and not listen to anyone or anything else in this situation. This card, this place, the energy that they describe in this book about it is about resurrection. It's about the rebirth with the skull. It's like the death card, it's about this transformation and about coming, like things going full circle and coming back around. And yeah, okay, so they don't know who built this place or why they built it or these creatures or anything. There is some schools of thought that it's been built by off-planet beings, by aliens, extraterrestrials, and for some of you that might be interesting or relevant to things going on for you now. There's also the serpents here. I'm noticing it's like double snake energy. The serpent in the story and the serpents here. Serpents, have so many meanings, but healing and knowledge, wisdom, insight, as well as this ability to kind of devour and destroy the darkness, to eat up the darkness, and then also the shedding of the skin, the transformation, the growing out of something and becoming, like leaving something behind, this kind of rebirth message. Yeah, and so the other thing is about your mindset and thoughts about what fits you. And this is also to do with the shedding of the skin, like letting go of what doesn't serve you, like thoughts that don't serve you. So if you have these thoughts of either unworthiness or being undervalued or not being appreciated, it's about letting go of those and shedding them, like releasing them, and listening to your own insight and understanding, and listening to what spirit is telling you, like to know in your own worthiness, your own value, your own talents, your own abilities, your own knowledge, that you have it all within you, that you have this ability and understanding within you. And so, yeah, shutting out others and any kind of gossip or noise or words that don't feel helpful, like releasing that, letting it go, shedding it, and listening just to your intuition. Okay, group number 3, please let me know below, is that relevant? Like, does that relate to your life, this understanding, this need for wisdom, or this skin shedding, that kind of thing? Or you have a connection to these places, or you know more about them, please share below. And otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe. If you want to see my videos, you can book a private reading below. And I hope to speak to you again another time. Hi, group number 4. Thanks for joining me. For you, we have Tiwanaku. Tiwanaku. I don't know much about this place. I think it's in South America. It looks kind of Mayan. Maybe it's a Mayan place. Maybe I'm going to look in the book a little bit. These are new cards, so I'm just getting to know them still. But let's have a look what kind of intuitive messages comes through, and then we'll see a little bit more about the actual place. So in terms of the tarot cards, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Cups. And then we have, with the Oracle cards, the Water Fairy, Feelings and Emotions, Birth and Rebirth, and Partnership. Okay, a lot about relationships here. This may be about allowing in a new relationship. Can we see this? About allowing something in, because with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's like a blocked gift. It's like you're not allowing something to come in that wants to come in. There's an opportunity, there's a gateway of manifesting something in your life, quite likely manifesting a relationship, or this can be a friendship, family relationship, but it's ultimate like happiness, joy, and celebration of connection with something. This could even be like a job that you really love, like an opportunity with that, or an opportunity to travel, or to work, like to work abroad. I'm saying for some of you, but there's some kind of opportunity that either you're not seeing, or you're resisting, or can't come in because you're blocking it at the moment. It's blocked. It is blocked for whatever reason. But it's ultimately going to bring you so much happiness, but you're not allowing it. Okay? We'll see how that connects to this place in a second. We've also got the Water Fairy, so feelings and emotions. It could be because of your emotional state you're blocking it. Like if you're in a very low vibration, if you're really down, you're finding it difficult to keep yourself open-minded, or to go out, or even connect with people, then this can stop you from allowing something to come in. But there is a rebirth, rebirth. There is something that wants to come through, and there is a partnership that wants to come through. There is something, some kind of relationship or support that wants to either happen, a new relationship, or someone wants to help you with something. Someone wants to come through and support you within a process. It also means that people may want to help you, that people can help you to open up and to ground. Let's have a look at the actual place and see what that says. Okay, the energy focus is elimination. I'm going to hold this up, just see a little bit about what it's about. So the Europeans discovered this place while colonizing. Oh, it's in Bolivia. It's near Lake Titicaca in Bolivia. And okay, so the Europeans were told by indigenous Aymara Indians that the ruins had been built by a race of white gods who had inhabited the land before the Inca came. Certainly the Aymara did not have the knowledge of engineering, masonry, or metalworking needed to erect these colossal structures of huge stone blocks held together by metal clamps, or raise the great monoliths weighing up to 100 tons. Yet the Aymara said the Inca arrived only after the ruin of Tiwanaku. Who then were the tall, long-bearded beings who built this place? Okay, so this is about opening up to different stories or understandings about the past, and about understanding what, like where things are going. So there may be something for you within your emotions where you're stuck in a story about the past. You're attached to something, and or you may not have an understanding of why something happened, or there is something from the past that wants to come back, that wants to be known. So the place itself, the religious center of it was flourished as a city 300 to 1000 CE. I'm not sure what that means. It's not BC or AD, CE, but is said to date back much further than that, and created by the god Viracocha, who rose out of Lake Titicaca. So this card, so the image here shows a platform which some believe to be 15,000, dates back to 15,000 BCE. I think they mean BC. So so undermining the established timeline of pre-Incan civilizations. The culture erected impressive monoliths, temples, and pyramids, and carved strange alien faces. The site's original name was Te Picala, who means the rock in the center. You might need to find your rock. So finding your rock. There is something about that, with the stones here. Partnership. It's this structure, this temple, this building, this foundation. It may feel like ruins. You may have left something or feel like something's in ruins, and because you're focused on that, you're blocking the new opportunity to come through. And right at the top here we have the gateway of the sun. Okay, so this is about taking action. He's a guide. This guy here is a guide. He's a thunder god. So he made the earth, the stars, and the sky, and humankind, but he was displeased, and so he destroyed his creation with a flood to build a better one. Okay, so, and this is about using these rods here, about destroying what needs to be destroyed. The thunder god is about disruption and letting things go. So there is this process, I think, with this birth rebirth of letting things go to allow something new to come in. And honestly, what's coming in is the 10 of Cups. It's heaven sent. It's a heaven sent blessing, a physical, real thing. It's not an idea or a thought or an emotion. It's an actual person, an actual job, an actual physical gift from the universe that is going to be given to you when you can allow yourself to go through this birth rebirth process. And it's going to bring you absolute happiness, satisfaction, rainbow. The rainbow is going to come through. And there is going to be partnership. Even if this is a business partnership, it's going to be partnership. It's going to be absolutely satisfying and heaven sent. Okay, so that looks great. You've got that coming. You've got that coming. You just need to allow yourself to receive something new. And in terms of the place, it sounds awesome. I would love to go there. But if you just feel drawn to know a bit more about this place, you can research it a bit more. Or you might want to meditate on it or connect with this thunder god or something to help you gain the strength and the wisdom to make the changes that you need to make. Okay, so thank you, group number 4. If this was relevant, please let me know. I'd love to know your stories in the comments of how this connects, or if you've been here, you know anything about it, or how it relates to your experience of what's going on at the moment. If you meet your 10 of Cups, let me know. And otherwise, thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and I'll speak to you again another time. Hi, group number 5. Thank you for joining me. So let's see which place wants to come through for you. Okay, this is Denali. Denali. This is in Alaska. And this is the mountain. I think Denali is the mountain here. And this is Sedna, who is the goddess of the waters, with the seals here. And in the sky we have the whales and the northern lights, the aurora borealis. So this, I feel like, there's a real elemental elemental connection with this. The mountain, the sea, the sky and the lights, the air. You know, it's like all of these things. It feels very purifying and communicative. I feel this communication, this very grounded spiritual connection and wisdom. It's like this deep wisdom of the waters, of the seas, as well as the mountain. It's like the wisdom of the water, as well as the wisdom of the rock and the stone and the perspective of mountain, the height of mountain, that wants to be be expressed or explored by you, connecting with these elements. Even, you know, just going somewhere high up. It could just be about going somewhere high and connecting with the perspective, or about connecting with the water and the depth. It's like these two things. It's absolute height and absolute depth at the same time, and being able to integrate these and work with both of these. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see what the other cards are that came up with you, for you. We've got the Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles, and then the Spider, which is creative projects. So I feel like this, so connecting with the wisdom and the grid, the spiritual grid, the energetic grid of this location, whether in, you know, physically or in like meditation or in connecting with Sedna, connecting with whales or whale song, with these elements, connecting with these is going to help you come into some kind of mastery. It's like, I feel at the moment that you are in the Knight of Swords energy. You may be very in your mind, in your head, like have a lot of thoughts, be very busy, be it's like not able to communicate clearly, difficulties in communicating or expressing too much, like gossip or just nasty words. There may be fights, maybe just bitter words, or this could be your thoughts, you know, towards yourself, like you've got very negative feelings or thoughts about yourself. Okay, but connecting with some of the things, whatever was resonating with you while I was talking, whatever felt like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to listen to whale song, or oh yeah, I like, there's this mountain I really want to go to, or you really want to connect with here, whatever you're drawn to, or just the sea and the water, you know, just whatever you're drawn to, that connecting with that element is going to help you get really grounded. It's going to help you feel more connected to the earth, and it's going to help get you out of your head, because at the moment you're in your head too much, okay? And you need to ground yourself. You need to come into your physical body to become a bit more present and real, so that you can come into mastery and really take charge of your life or your work, whatever it is. I feel for many of you this could connect to work and career. Maybe you've got a lot of thoughts or confusion around your job or what you do. And this is about, this can also be, Pentacles is also home life, physical health as well. It's like the 3D, the daily routine. Maybe you feel trapped in a daily routine, that kind of thing. It's about grounding and becoming a master within that situation. The Spider is about creative projects. So it may be, you may be a creative person, in which case this is going to help you in your work or in your job to develop your creativity. Or it may be that there's another way to do things that will help you have a better perspective about how to move a project forward and to ground something, so to make what you want happen. So when you're grounded, you're going to have a greater capacity to understand. When you're just kind of thinking around stuff in your head, it's like you can't make a clear plan, you can't choose, you can't connect with it. But when you're really grounded, it's like your mind opens up and it frees up. Like rather than overthinking something, it's like you need to empty your mind in order to allow the insight or the wisdom to come in. Okay, group number 5, that was my message for you. If that resonated, please let me know before how it connects to your life, or if you've been here, please let me know. I would love to know more about it and about the essence of the place. And otherwise, thank you so much. Please subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, or like, and I look forward to speaking to you again another time. Hi, group number 6. Thank you for joining me. And what do we have for you? We've got the Acropolis, which is in Greece. I think it's in Athens. Yeah, we've got Athena. We've got Pallas Athena up here. And this is like to do with this kind of wisdom, like having this understanding and wisdom. The Greeks are very knowledgeable, wise culture, you know, lots of philosophers connected with the arts, with culture. And what I like about this card, we've got Pan. This is Pan on here, who is this kind of half man and half goat, I think. Like he's like, yeah, with the horns, it's like some like animal, like a kind of goat, but he is consoling and connecting with. This is, I think she's Psyche, one of the Greek gods, another Greek god, Psyche, and supporting and helping her. It's Pan can be misinterpreted because he's part goat. You know, there's this kind of perception of like being animalistic or being a bit wild, being kind of. Do you know what I mean? Like just being kind of a bit different, just being different and doing his own thing. You know, it's obviously very creative and connected to nature and this kind of thing, but had this wisdom and this insight and this beauty that even Psyche, who is a kind of, I think this is Psyche. Let me just check in here. Let's say in this book, who is a goddess of wisdom and insight. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, the goddess Psyche. Goddess of the soul. Okay. Yeah, it's about so the goddess of the soul, and then Pan, who is goat-legged. Let me just check. Good shepherd. Okay, so it's Pan has these different feelings. He's also been personified as the devil, is what it's saying here, and so he. But he also is a very wise counsel, and it's this duality of seeing beneath the surface of something, and that this very beautiful kind of soul, sweet innocent soul, is connecting with him. It's like the integration of these different aspects and the wisdom of this. It seems like pure and simple and neat and clean, with this kind of wildness and nature and the integration of these opposites to bring through wisdom. The Acropolis itself, it's this beautiful architecture, and it's the spirit of this classical beauty and structure, and they were very connected with the arts as well. These creations, and there is something about combining these different elements in order to be creative. It's like combining these opposing forces of the kind of wildness and freedom and spirit of creativity with the practicality, with the groundedness, and about the integration of these. So this place might be something like that for you. And with Pallas Athena, I mean, she's like this feminine, but very strong warrior. She's like a warrior, but she's female. So yeah, again, it's like this integration of opposites, of the masculine and feminine energies, and the intertwining of these. Let's see what the tarot cards are saying. We've got the Five of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Wands. And then we have Focus and the Lady of the Lake. Okay, so with the Five of Cups in reverse, it's about appreciation, finding value in something. And I'm drawn again to the two, this two number, the two cups, and these polarities, joining these polarities. It's like you have been in a time where you have been grieving or mourning or worrying or down, just feeling very gloomy, feeling very like bogged down by life or by a situation, by work, by relationship, whatever it is. Something's really been heavy, it's like weighed you down. But you've got to a place, or this is helping you get to a place where you can appreciate the beauty of it, or the what it's offering, the cup that it is offering, the love that it is offering, the inspiration, the potential. It's the potential. And it's going from the appreciation of it, and stepping into strength and courage from it, so you can actually take action and move forward. Because this is like you've overcome it, but it's like the next step is to move forward with passion. And this is also about needing to protect yourself sometimes, like defend yourself, look after yourself, because there's lots of obstacles and hurdles, and you've been through a lot. This is the Seven of Wands. The Six of Wands is about having overcome some really big challenges and feeling victorious. So you've been through that process, you've been victorious already, and now it's like the next step. The next step is like amping it up to move into much faster paced action, because the next card, the Eight of Wands, is about movement. It's about communication. It's about direct action, very quick, fast moving fire action, acting on desire, acting on passion, acting on inspiration and movement. So it's like you're gaining strength and gaining momentum, and you're stepping into this new way of being. So by this kind of integration, by this understanding, using your kind of wildness, I want to say like appreciating it. Like we've got another beardy guy here. It's like embodying that part of you and allowing that part of you to be free and to work for you, to like to move things forward for you. We've also got as your advice the Lady of the Lake. So she's the the hand that brings the sword from the Arthurian legends out from the water. Or she brings the sword out the water. It's like this handing over of truth, this offering of insight, of wisdom, of taking up this mantle of bravery. It's like she's offering you the sword. She's offering you this ability to stand in your power, to take strength. Take strength from her. Take strength from the sword. That you have clarity, you have understanding, you have wisdom, and that you are ready to step into that power, step into that role, to become the king. This is about the becoming. This is, I think, the first time, right, that Arthur got the sword. So it's like it's the first steps towards this kingly position. It's like you've been through an initiation, and you're receiving the reward. And then we have Focus. So it may be that there is a kind of split mind around this. These polarities still exist, so you may be backwards and forwards between a lot of things. But this is very much about like setting your mark now, setting your mind, and setting the target. Where are you going, and trusting on that journey that's going to take you there by focusing on that, choosing your destination, and then whatever comes up on the path is going to come up. But you have the sword, you have your wand. Look at this this mirroring here as well of this rod, of this sword. That you have the strength, you have the skills, you have the courage, you have the ability to move forward and to overcome whatever obstacles are going to come up. That you can overcome them and you can work through them, because You have the passion, you have the truth, you have the wisdom, you have the insight, and so to trust yourself and move forward with it. Okay, so thank you so much, group number 6. Please let me know below if that resonated, or if you've been to the Acropolis, anything else that you felt that resonated with you that about this place. So in terms of connecting this back to the place, it's like the strength and the wisdom of that society, that civilization, that place. You may want to go there, you may want to connect with it in meditation, or with any of these embodiments of any of these gods or characters to give you the strength and wisdom that you need. Okay, so yeah, let me know if that resonates, and please subscribe if you're not and want to see more of my videos, and you can like or comment or whatever. So thanks so much, and speak to you again another time.